Okie dokie.
Good afternoon, Doctor here, and welcome back to Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. I'm the Doctor, because I said that already as Doctor here. So the second sentence was largely redundant, but thank you for listening anyway. It's little things like that that just make me appreciate you viewers that little bit more. So we are now doing one of the... Well, see, the last episode I was complaining about a lot. I was saying, oh, Teehee Valley, it's going to be the worst thing ever. But actually, I've just played it in my kind of practice thing, and actually, it's nowhere near... Oh, dear. It's nowhere near as grim as I remember it being. So one of two things has happened in that time. Either I've got considerably better, or it's just I have a traumatic memory of it. For some reason, the first time I did it, I thought it was really annoying. Those two things were basically the same thing. I'm not sure why I bothered saying they were two things. Basically, it turns out I'm better than I thought, or it's easier than I thought. No, those were the two things. But anyway, this is Teehee Valley. Allow me to show you. Master Mario! Master Luigi! Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Now then, Mr. Mario, Master Luigi, please be sure to take the most diligent, sincerest care of Princess Peach.
I'll be back before you know it.
Again, I laugh every time I hear my Princess Peach voice because it's hopeless.
Okay, Mario and Luigi, let's go to Little Funky Town.
In blue text, which means it's important, in case you weren't sure. Now we play as Toadsworth. Princess, be careful! I was joking, we don't actually play as Toadsworth. Why do I get the feeling I forgot to say something vital? Oh, that's right! Master Mario, wait! Oh, now I've done it! Eek. She's been caught by a thing! And she's down. He's taken her into the Thing Cave. Master Mario, I forgot to tell you one vital tidbit, and now look what has happened. If you let the princess out of your sight like we just did, she'll get kidnapped instantly. I beg of you, rescue her and ensure you do not leave her side again. This voice is hurting my throat more than it should. If the princess gets too far ahead of you, please stop her and talk some sense into her. I have asked her to return by the same path she took if you should speak to her. And with that, good luck. I am counting on you. I think that's a different voice to what I did last time. Don't know. Because that one hurt my throat a lot. I was kind of aiming for the, oh, just general blustery old man. Oh, two new enemies here, by the way. Ignore my mad ravings then. So, there's gritty Goombas that attack like that, and I just fucked up totally while trying to block it with a hammer. I can jump on spiky things now because of the two exciting badges we obtained last time. I say we, I mean me. So that was gritty Goombas. We'll see them again soon, don't worry, I can show you them properly. These are spiky Sniffets. Again, they are spiky, but that doesn't matter to us because we're Supermen. See their little hands? They waggle them, indicating the brother they're going to attack. The one on the right is Luigi, the one on the left, like so, is Mario. Nice and straightforward. They have two actual types of attack for each brother as well. If you remember, cast your mind back to episode 2, 3, and there was Tolstar, who occasionally his shots would bounce over you rather than actually hitting you. These spiky Sniffets do the same. If you watch their snout as they fire, if it properly squeezes up like that... No, wait. See there, it didn't squeeze up, and so it fired in a kind of bouncing arc that would have gone over me had I not jumped for it because it was a mushroom. There's a lot going on right now. If you can't handle that, that's fine. We will be seeing spiky Sniffets again very soon. Princess Peach has been kidnapped and taken down that pipe. Luigi has just been hit in the face. Everything's going wrong. What I was going to say is, right, watch this. So that's going to die Luigi, there's nothing I can do about that. What I was going to say is... If Princess Peach in this section, you need to basically escort her through to Little Funky Town. If she goes out of your sight for too long, then she gets taken down into the kind of the gritty cave, the gritty Goomba's little creepy dungeon lair. Oh, Mario's about to die. Good lord, how did I allow that to happen? And so then you need to go down there and rescue her. But what it's easier to do first is make sure you've killed all enemies on the surface, because it's also if she comes into contact with an enemy, she will get stolen again. So it's prudent to remove all of those, and then she can just walk through her ridiculous meandering course in ease. So what I'm doing is just wiping up the rest of the enemies on this section, which I've just successfully done, before going down there and getting it. I'm also going to heal a little bit. There we go, and some syrup, please. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Right, down the pipe now, because that's everyone gone in this level. Whee! And crunk. This little underworld thing is interesting, but ultimately pointless. You just walk through a few things, dodge some oddly dancing Goombas, talk to Princess Peach, and she's fine like that. Big group hug, and off we go. So yeah. You basically have to protect her through 4 maps. I want to say 4. It's either 4 or 3 or 5, or one of those numbers. yeah, so she takes an annoyingly meandering path, so you have to keep her in your sight and away from enemies, which is why it's easier to kill all the enemies first. At the end of each screen, wait for her to say that, and then you can move on to the next one successfully. This next one's slightly more complex, but ultimately similar. As you can see, most of the enemies... Oh, they weren't like this in the practice. Normally they consist... That's how you block that. Normally they consist of a Gritty Goomba and... another Gritty Goomba, so 2 Gritty Goombas, would make much more sense to say. But for some reason these ones are all coming with spiky sniffets, but I guess it makes it slightly more interesting. See, because that one didn't like charge up his snout, it just bounced over my head, again with that one, so obviously you don't jump, otherwise you make a fool out of yourself. But if they do kind of charge up their snout to go, yeah, that's exactly the sound they make, then they do fire a little busting bullet straight at you. Like, he might do it here, or he might not. Nope, over my head. But if he does a pang, then it kind of fires straight at you. I've got a bit mad today, haven't I? I'm talking really quickly and making a lot of strange sounds and stuff. I've had a bit of a mad day. I'll explain later. I'll talk to you somewhat more about my day. Because Mario & Luigi hasn't updated for a while. Actually, no, it did. I lie, it updated on Sunday, but I filmed that episode ages ago. I haven't filmed a new episode of it for a very long time because I've been travelling between places, not been in a permanent place, laptop's been having problems, not had time to record, various other useless excuses that I'm coming out with, so basically I haven't actually filmed an episode in a couple of months. Now I'm back at university, and I've finally started my course again, but it's been quite intense today, because it was the first day back on my course, and I said I'd talk to you about this later. I'm going to, because there's a bit coming up where it's very bland and repetitive, so I need something to talk about then. So I'm not going to go ahead and waste all my words here. I don't have enough of the words. I'm talking crap again, aren't I? Good God. This is either the best commentary I've ever done or the worst, or somewhere in between, which actually isn't any of the above. It's because this is... I think maybe this is the reason why we're saying I didn't like Teehee Valley, because it feels kind of repetitive, and it does to a certain degree. It's not difficult, it's just slightly arse and very repetitive. Because I'd kind of forgotten how much of it was just mopping up sniffets. That should be him dead. Yep, excellent. Oh, and nuts for the doctor. Open sesame! That was more exciting than it should have been. Is that the end of this section? That's the end of this section. You gotta make sure occasionally...
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Now let's move on.
Occasionally you can accidentally leave the screen before when Peach is just about to leave it, and that's a bugger, because then you have to do the whole section again and she gets captured because you left the screen. This section's a bit more complicated, but again, first more... Fuck's sake. Every time... every time, like, the majority of these in the practice were just 2 Gritty Goombas, which as you can see are really easy to kill. But of course, now that you're watching, they've all come with a pair of Sniffet escorts, which it says... Ooh, and mushroom. Those mushrooms don't seem to actually heal me for some reason. I'm not sure if they just never do that, or whether my... Oh shit, I should have jumped there. Or whether my game is just kind of freaking out for whatever reasons. But, those mushrooms aren't seeming to have any healing effect on me. At least Luigi's healing naturally. I've kind of forgotten he does that. It's quite useful. And will prove very useful in the upcoming... Don't say anything, spoilers, Doctor. That was close. If I hadn't warned myself. Oh, nope, dead. Yep, saw that coming. But hopefully I should be able to kill this guy with Luigi anyway. And kapow! Now you can see why I went through all that trouble last time to make sure they both had a spike badge. Because otherwise every enemy in Teehee Valley is very spiky, which makes a lot of things very annoying. Specifically this part, and the next... Actually, no, not the next part so much. Thwack! Barrel! And there's one more enemy down here I kind of want to kill to get out of the way anyway. But, so, what you need to do is, there's a switch there, which you need to hit from a barrel. See, these ones, finally, 2 Gritty Goombas. Yeah, there's a switch that you need to hit from atop a barrel, but you have to get the barrel by going up that kind of weird raised walkway thing, which obviously you don't want to do when Peach is down there with enemies around. My microphone's weird. I can see that it'll just made a very strange sound because I can see it on the graph. I think it's when I say a certain sound, th seems to do it. It's not doing it now. There, it did it there actually. Yeah, it did. It kind of goes th and just does a weird wobbly thing where it kind of loses all of its sound. But anyway, so she's going to turn around when she hits the gate because she can't go anywhere anyway, and she'll go back the way she came. But as Toadsworth told us earlier, if you just talk to her, she'll go back the way she came again. But it's easier to do this when there are no enemies around. So, once she's back on this side, not Hammer, we talk to her, and she heads back the other way. And then we go up here. Don't let her out of your sight. You can let her out of your sight a few feet, but then she starts freaking out. So we've got the Bam, and go to hoo-ha-hoo. Go up there, and successfully hit that with a hammer. Hooray. Gate open. Yeah, I was right, it was 4 screens in the end. Oh god, no, come back here, Peach, you little... There you go. Let's not think about what I was going to call you, it wasn't going to be pleasant.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. Now then, let's move on.
I really need to work out how to do a woman voice, because this is getting embarrassing now for all of us, for me having to do it and for you having to listen to this crap. Don't know why you choose to watch this LP. You do this to yourself, viewers. Just consider that. You have to listen to my ridiculous voices. You inflict this upon yourself. Not that I'm saying stop watching, totally not. No, continue watching if you enjoy it for some reason. I just can't understand why you would enjoy it, but it's fine by me if you do. Clearly you have similar problems to me, so let's all be weird together. And Luigi has evolved, hooray! He evolved into Super Luigi and got some more power, hopefully. Because he could do with it, he's a bit weaker than Mario. You'll notice Mario can kill gritty Goombas in one way, he can't. It's not good enough. They need to be both leveled up for the spoilers that are coming. See what I did there? I deliberately didn't reveal it. No. There's another gritty Goomba here, yep. Oh, I thought I'd hit him. Yeah, definitely the majority of these Goombas have come with friends. Non-Goomba friends, which is troubling to me. But I guess it's more experience. So I guess that can only be good. I should probably have cut these out, that would have made it more interesting. Yeah. Well, I didn't. So near. Yep. That really would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? Just cut the little crappy fights out. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. But if you've watched all this, thank you. I've kind of been talking, so I hope I've made it interesting for you. But yeah, normally I don't tend to do, as you've noticed, apart from like in verses and stuff, I don't tend to do much editing of the video on my LPs, but I'm planning to start it on this one now, just because there's bits of crap coming up, and I'm going to cut out kind of irrelevant fights from now on. I meant to start that this episode, but apparently I didn't. Did Luigi level up before Mario? Oh yeah, he's holding a thing that makes him do that. Yeah. Okay, he's got quite a lot of BP, apparently. Can you go back, please, Peach? Yes, thank you. That would be great. Because now I've got to do this top bit again, which is like the last one, but with holes in it. So yeah, the next bit probably I'll have sped up a bit, because basically there's a very repetitive bit coming up that you don't want to watch all of, and I don't want to play all of, but I have to. But I'll cut it out as much as possible, as long as basically, if there are any bits where I'm doing, oh god, if I'm doing repetitive stuff and not talking much, then I'll kind of cut it down. No, Peach, you're getting too far ahead, I don't like this, come back here. No! Even if there aren't enemies around, if she gets too far ahead of you, she'll still die. No, Peach. Okay, that was a failure. Let's try that again. Take 2. Let's go. Come on. I've got all day. Time's a wasting. Specifically, I only have 7 minutes. 6.5 minutes even. Because the recorder freaks out after 20 minutes, the one that's built into Visual Boy Advance. Right, I think we're done now, Peach. Can you turn back, please? Thank you. Yes, that would be very nice of you. Excellent. Let's do this properly this time. There we go. That wasn't so difficult, was it, Doctor? Spinny, spinny, spin. And boink. No! Boink! I said, there we go. I boinked it. I did good. Right, excellent. Let's go.
Thank you, we're almost a little fungi town.
That was too easy, wasn't it? Yes, it was.
Little fungi town, the mushroom immigrant community.
I'm not sure if that's the sign talking or her, so I'm going to do it in her voice anyway.
Little fungi town is up ahead. Don't let your guard down yet.
She says, and then walks off without us. Notably, her guard, which she let down. Eek! It's Treebeard, and he is not happy. Hey man, this looks bad. Go rescue her. What is that voice? God only knows what that voice is. Oh, something that huge? That's impossible. It's turned Cockney. That's happened. This is a thing that's happened. Hey man, isn't that Mario? No idea what that is. You're right, talk about lackey. Oh, it's gone Australian! Oh, that's happening now as well. Oh, good god. That's interesting. Okay, so this is a thing. Specifically, it's a thing called Trunkle. This is an attack he does a fair bit where he kind of sucks stuff in. You can heal yourself for it, you can also poison yourself or hurt yourself, so don't do either of those. There are two areas you can attack on him. Hopefully I can do the easy one. There's his body and his head. You attack his body and it takes forever. You attack his head, and if you're high level enough, it's actually quite quick. So I'm going to see how much damage I tend to do to his head. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, this should be easier than it was in practice. Because basically, his head has more resilience, but his body has just more hit points generally. So, but if your power's quite low, as in below about 40 or so, you just do 0 damage to his head. But his body's got about 3 times as many hit points, and so this fight can just drag on forever. But I'm actually doing a fairly good bit of damage to it, as ever. Just Bros moves to it. I think the jump Brosses are less effective on his head than the hammer Brosses, and of course hand Brosses can't reach him up there. As for blocking his other attack that he's been doing with the fists, that's just done by hammering generally. Jesus, that was it! Oh my god, that was incredible. It was... That took me 15 minutes in practice. 15 bloody minutes. He didn't even do the thing where he split into 4. He splits into 4 normally. That was extraordinary. Can I have a... Is there a Guinness record for that? Can I have it? I think I should have it. Because that was... Oh my god, I'm out of words. As I say, literally 15 minutes that took me in the practice, which is why I was saying I was going to have to speed it up. But apparently I'm not going to have to speed it up at all. Actually, if anything, this episode's going to be shorter than I thought. God, that was impressive. I'm so good. I'm so very, very good. And very modest too, can't you tell?
Oh, Mario, Luigi, thank you. You saved me.
Oh, yes. It looks like they got it. Let's go back to Cockney again. I'm going to try for Australian. We're going for it. So yeah, that monster booking the gate to town was a huge problem, needless to say. Thanks. Can I do an Australian accent? Let me know. Welcome to Little Fungy Town. It's a Cockney Australian accent, Mary, that's the thing. Princess Peach, Mary Bros, we've been waiting for you. We were told to expect you. Please, we insist you use the left and back. I can half do an Australian accent, I think. Not really. You'll be a better of a judge of it than me, but... Okay. Oh, no, she's not Australian, is she, at all?
Okay, Mario, you too, Luigi, hop on.
Let's go! A magic floating lift machine. No. And welcome to Little Funky Town, with retro music in the background. Full entirely of mushrooms that have emigrated to the Bean Bean Kingdom. Princess Peach, is that you, Your Highness? We'd heard you were coming from to Toadsworth, but so soon? We're so honoured that you've come all the way here. Oh, it's gone Birmingham! Oh my god, it's gone Brummie. Oh, my accent is all over the place. And over here, we have the superstar Mario. Yeah, I'm going for a Birmingham accent now, apparently. And Luigi, are you for real? We don't deserve such an incredible honour. It's late. I've had a mad day. I didn't get to tell you about my mad day in the end. Basically, I spent the whole day on a boat in the middle of a loch in really horribly stormy, wet weather, measuring the light conductance of water. It's about as exciting as it sounds. Actually, it was really interesting at the time, but it has drained me, and doing that much fish work has just sent me kind of mad. So that's why I'm ranting like a mad thing and doing things madly, and like now I can't string a sentence together. But on that surreal note, I've been the Doctor for a surprisingly short episode, much shorter than I was expecting. Thank you very much for watching my Mario and Luigi Let's Play. If you liked it, subscribe for more. I will hopefully be doing this regularly as well. I'm talking really fast because I want to do this. Oh, I can't get finished before the screen faded out, so I'm going to have to do a fade out manually. But yes, thank you very much for watching. There'll be more soon. I've not been very good with this one recently, but I'm hoping to get a lot better, because now I'm back at university, got more time for it, ironically. But yes, thank you for watching. I've been the Doctor, and I'll see you next time for some more Mario and Luigi. Toodles!